Hello, nerdy peeps out there. Welcome to the Fortress of Nerditude.
We're here to bring you all sorts of geeky goodness.
All that is cherished in the realm of geek.
Well, all might be a teensy-weensy bit of an exaggeration. There are so many nerdy things out there that we can't possibly cover them all.
Poetic license, my dear Bridget. It doesn't work saying things like, well, we'll cover some of the things, some of the time in the realm of geek, because quite frankly, we geeks are awesome. And there's so much going on all the time that we can't possibly cover it all. So sorry about that, but we hope you like it anyway. It's weird and awkward.
Point taken. So what goodness are we going to cover today, oh spin doctor of the realm of geek?
We will color your world with stories from the nerd side, take a walk on the local side with our own geeky events, find out what we'd rather do. I will try to keep my cherished cooler host title.
It's your guest today, Una.
Yes, it is, and I am planning on keeping that title.
Don't let it be a mystery. What else is happening?
Believe it or not, we've been filming N3 for almost a year. It's gone by quickly. Our first guest was Matt Krupa from the Colorado Symphony. He's since been a friend of the show. We're going to check in with Matt today. He's here with his colleague, Shari Myers. We'll be talking about geekiness with the symphony, then Bridge will be tying a knot with you.
Yep, as the 11th Doctor always said, bow ties are cool. If any incarnation of the Doctor were here with today Alons, we'd talk to him about what great geekiness goes on in the world. Alon Z, roll it, production!
Not all inventions stick to their original function. Big names like Kleenex, Coca-Cola, and Listerine were all conceived with the idea of curing or solving a certain problem only to provide their services to something completely different. Play-Doh falls in the same category of transformative invention. Initially, it was used as a newspaper cleaner, but with the company Krupa falling on hard times financially, they began to get creative with possible alternative uses. Originally, it was set to be placed in the market as Krupa's rainbow modeling compound. Employee Kay Zufall, who was actually the one who suggested it could function as a toy, suggested the name Play-Doh as well. The real kicker, Kay Zufall was given no credit in the patent, thus reaping no reward along with absolutely zero financial compensation. She saved the company and saves the name and got nothing to show for it. Apparently Play-Doh just likes playing with dough, not dealing it out.
Riddle me this, Una. What's the main difference between going on an adventure and becoming lost?
Watching Lost.
That's a good guess, but let me point you in the right direction. Following World War I in 1924, America had a surplus of airplanes that were converted into mail delivery planes, coining the phrase air mail. Sadly, those planes didn't really have the easily accessible and mostly reliable GPS systems we have today. What they did have, however, were 50 to 70 foot long cement arrows pointing the way. Want to travel from New York to San Francisco? You could get there simply by following these gigantic arrows illuminated by beacon stations. Sadly, with the technology boom, they now lie in the dirt, forgotten and decrepit. Most of them are still there, so it might be great fun to take a road trip by only utilizing the arrows as your source of direction. By great fun, I mean you must have crazy good survival skills, an affinity for bugs, you yearn for sore feet and sunburns, the ability to feed yourself in barren landscapes, and a craving for large, abandoned cement arrows.
Whenever I would open a fresh pack of crayons, I would always want more. 8-pack, gotta get out there, I need more. 64-pack, okay, now we're talking. 96-pack, whoa, slow down, I can hardly keep track of. Whoa, wait, now there's a 152-pack? Where did my Tickle Me Pink and Purple Mountain Majesties colors go anyway? I never thought I would admit that there were too many colors to choose from, and then I read about how Harvard has a library secured in a vault of the world's rarest colors. Colors like mummy brown that comes from people harvesting mummies and extracting the brown resin material that was left on the wrappings. The collection of the color contains nearly 3,000 wacky and in some cases extinct colors. I thought mac and cheese orange was clever, but mummy brown? The funniest part is that it's actually from mummies. I don't think Crayola has real bits of mac and cheese in their crayons. Younglings have a hard enough time keeping them out of their noses and mouths, so probably a good call on that one.
For those of you who have yet to make the trip out to Universal Studios Orlando to visit the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I have some good news for you. Universal Studios Hollywood recently opened a Wizarding World of their own. Granted, it is still over 1,000 miles away, but it's 800 miles closer. Some notable people who made the trek for the grand opening included Draco Malfoy, Luna Lovegood, Professor Flitwick, and the Weasley twins. Yes, I realize those are not their real Muggle names, but it's a lot more fun that way. The Hollywood exhibit does not have a dragon coaster, but it does include a roller coaster named Flight of the Hippogriff, which is actually the Hollywood location's first outdoor coaster. I had to wait 6 long years to get a location to spring up closer to me, and I've had to wait even longer to have Hagrid come knock on my door to deliver the news that I'm capable of magic. Still waiting, Hagrid. Any day now. My trunk is packed, and I even have an owl on layaway.
Remember how distraught we were delivering the news that the show Mythbusters was being canceled? It seems like we may have rung the alarm prematurely. The Science Channel, not to be confused with the Discovery Channel, announced that it is interested in reviving the show. The general idea and aesthetics of the show would remain the same, but the network would like to look for a new, younger generation of hosts to take over for the second act. No better way to find the next generation of hosts than to create a reality TV show named Search for the Next Mythbusters. I'm excited by the news, but a little disappointed. It feels like they are creating a sequel without the original cast. I recently watched Son of the Mask, Predator 2, and Dumb and Dumber. Spoiler alert, it didn't work!
Mega nerd Neil deGrasse Tyson recently tried to tackle the ultimate question of the universe. What is the meaning of life? His answer is unsurprisingly deep as he answers, "For me, the meaning of life is not something you look for as though it's behind a tree or under a rock. I don't think it's what you look for waiting to be found by you. Maybe it is, and maybe you did find it. For me, the meaning of life is what you create. You use your love, your compassion, your intelligence, and you create meaning in life." Pretty wise words from a pretty wise man. Last night, I created a sublime pizza. I created it. So according to Neil deGrasse Tyson, I should be able to hang my hat on my creation. And I'm okay with that. Seriously though, greatest pizza of all time, and I, Bridget, created it.
Speaking of life, let's all take a moment to pay tribute to the late, great Eric Bowersfeld. Bowersfeld came into fame with his portrayal of Admiral Akbar in Star Wars. The character was always larger than life, even though surprisingly he was only in 2 of the films. He even has a signature on the X-Wing fighter at Wings Over the Rockies. The inside of his coffin displayed 3 powerful words: "It's a trap." Looking into the brighter side of things, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is in post-production phase and will be coming to a silver screen near you in December.
On a side note, we have mentioned something Star Wars related in each episode this season. It's not on purpose. We swear. Okay, maybe it is. Moving right along, we have local events coming up right about now. Roll it, production team. Feel like getting away for a little bit? A Beautiful Planet 3D is a breathtaking portrait of Earth from space, featuring stunning footage captured by astronauts aboard the International Space Station. The film illustrates the raw beauty of our magnificent planet and offers a unique understanding of our world, and a hopeful look into the future of humanity. Opens April 29th at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, IMAX.
Also at the museum for high school students only, a sweet night. For thousands of years, chocolate and other sweets have been eaten and enjoyed, sometimes only by a lucky few. Spend an evening hanging out with friends, taste different sweets and candies, and learn how chocolate has evolved over time in Chocolate, the exhibition. This event is planned by high school age students for high school age students. A popcorn bar and candy will be provided April 15th.
Over 5,000 students from across the metro area will celebrate the works of Shakespeare at the Denver Public Schools' 32nd Annual DPS Shakespeare Festival at the Denver Performing Arts Complex. The festival provides a forum for students from age K through 12 to perform sonnets and scenes from the works of Shakespeare, as well as to demonstrate dance, vocal, and instrumental music of Shakespeare's time. The festival will kick off with opening ceremonies, followed by a parade to the Denver Performing Arts Complex. Performances throughout the day will be held on multiple stages. This year's theme play is As You Like It, April 29th.
Ready to get your game on? Board games, role-playing games, card games, and more will be on offer at the 5th Annual conclave of gamers. 3 days of gaming with everything from tournaments for you hardcore competitive types to pre-release games, playtesting for you cutting-edge types are on the menu. So no matter how you like to roll dice, you should find something fun to do. Plus, almost every game is preceded by a how-to intro, or how to play intro, so you can join in almost anything, even if your knowledge of games starts and ends with checkers. April 21st through April 24th at the Crown Plaza, DIA.
Bam! Pow! Crash! Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the concert hall, your Colorado Symphony returns with the 3rd annual edition of a symphonic tribute to Comic-Con. They will beam up some favorites, like the themes to Doctor Who and How to Train Your Dragon. You'll sense a disturbance in the Force as we debut music from Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Hometown hero Austin Wintory returns once again to present excerpts from Assassin's Creed Syndicate and The Gold Standard, a tribute to composer Jerry Goldsmith. With no other show that can contain it, we'll also have Christopher Tin's epic orchestral cover of Taylor Swift's Bad Blood. By the way, we'll be there. Come say hey! May 6th at the Betcher Concert Hall.
Over at the Voodoo Company Playhouse, you can catch Join the Improv Adventures every Thursday as they take your real-life experiences and turn them into a full-length improvised comic book. Each week, a new hero will encounter a villain to battle evil for all of mankind. Be it a lousy job, a recurring nightmare, or simply a bad day, the Avengers swear an oath to conquer darkness on every level. Come live out your wildest, fantastical adventures as a team assembles to choose your life to inspire tale of triumph. Don your masks and capes, join forces, and save the day.
If you're interested in any of these events, check out their websites for more information. Coming up after the break, we'll be joined by our resident nerds to play a nerdy-themed game of Would You Rather.
My name is Robbie Cheney, and my goal in life is to become a filmmaker.
Am I just pretending?
I have been interested in making movies since I was 11 years old. When I first started watching bonus materials on how movies were made, I wanted to get into the Colorado Film School when I was ready, though I had a hard time getting there. And that's when I heard of another school that has a video program, and that was Emily Griffith Technical College. I am good at how things in the program work, from cameras to editing. I have learned how to set up a good sequence in a video and how to work in a television studio for a broadcast.
Art walk in Tennyson.
The best projects I have worked on was a news report about a social gathering doing an art walk. Another project is a non-profit video about Dare Coffee, a coffee truck that hires young adults with autism to find and get jobs.
Thank you.
I am a creative artist behind videos and feature films. I have been told by many people that I am really talented at my work.
Well, not that way, like...
And that is my goal, to have a recognition and a passion for my dreams.
Hey y'all, we are here playing Would You Rather with our resident nerds. Welcome, resident nerds.
As you can see, we've got our lovely soups. Today, instead of our usual slips of paper, he's got some Would You Rather cards. So, as the game of Would You Rather goes, we'll read it off and discuss which we'd rather do. So, we ready? I will do the first draw. Okay. Would you rather season your food with things stuck in Hagrid's beard or Doc Brown's hair?
The beard.
The beard.
I feel like Hagrid's got good taste. I've never read Harry Potter, but like he seems like a cool dude.
I feel like Hagrid probably keeps his beard cleaner than Doc Brown keeps his hair.
I don't know though.
I
I feel like
Doc Brown
would be slightly cleaner because I feel like Hagrid doesn't really have the means to shower very well.
That's true, but how does
except
Doc
for
Brown even
magic.
get food in his hair?
Exactly.
That's true.
So you'd be
that's the
seasoning your
point.
food with nothing
Yeah,
if
that's
you
true. That's
chose Doc Brown's hair.
Or seasoning it with things that got their,
science.
yeah.
Through science.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yep, there we go.
That's pretty
Let's
solid.
see. Would you rather fight a dragon with your wand or mermaids? Sorry, I misread that. Would you rather fight a dragon without your wand or mermaids without gillyweed? And Una won't get this one because she's lame.
I mean, I'll fight a dragon any day. Dragons come at me.
Without your wand?
Without your wand or mermaids without gillyweed.
I feel like I'd have a better chance with the dragon than I would with the mermaids.
Yeah, the mermaids are scary.
They're terrifying.
And also, I don't think I can hold my breath.
That's true. That's same
Like,
here.
I
I
just
feel
feel
like with the
I
dragon,
feel
you
like
can just
they'd
like
drown you.
run fast enough.
It's like a normal animal.
It is. It's like running away from a tiger.
Yeah. Like
Flying
it's scary,
tiger.
but like,
There we
A
go.
flying,
A
fire-breathing
flying,
tiger.
murderous
But
Normal
tiger.
day.
a normal tiger.
Does someone else want to pull the slip this time?
Would you rather use spells from Skyrim to get out of a parking ticket or a dragon shout to get out of an argument? I don't get this one. I
don't
must
get it.
say.
Does Mara
Okay.
get this one?
I do. So, I feel like, can I see it actually? I feel like using the spell from the shout to get it out of an argument would work relatively. It'd be fun.
Okay.
I'm not
Make
sure.
them
what-
fly across the
I don't know context, but I
Does one of
would
you
rather
guys?
not have a parking ticket.
That's true. It's true.
Oh,
We're not-
oh, okay. Oh, wait.
Mara, you can pull the next one.
Would you rather study for the SATs with Groot or Chewbacca as your tutor?
I mean, at least. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like Chewbacca.
I feel
because
like
then
Defend.
because then I feel like he wouldn't just I don't know.
at least
Groot-
he has different words.
Exactly.
Like you could come up with a code
You
where
could.
like, but like with Groot, like
Groot,
it's
it's
just
just-
emotive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wookiee's a specific language, while
Yeah.
Groot
Yeah.
is just saying "I am Groot" over and over
But
in
I feel like
different
Groot
tones.
would be like really supportive of you. and
That's
like
true. And Chewbacca
kind.
would get angry, but
Yeah.
I feel like I work better in like a
Okay.
not very
Chewbacca
supportive.
rips
Good.
off your arms if you didn't
Just like,
understand him.
woo!
I mean, it'd be motivation to
Quality
understand.
Wookiee noises right
That's
there.
terrifying. Would you rather fight the Covenant with a run as your sidekick, oh god, and an energy sword as your weapon, or a brew as your sidekick and a plasma pistol as your weapon?
That
All right,
means
that's
nothing to
Halo.
me.
Do any of you guys play Halo?
I've played it a couple times with my little cousin.
I have a PS2, so
All right, so runts are like these
Those
little
are things
annoying.
that like explode.
Yeah.
they explode.
Probably those, because I know those.
That is a sidekick. Well, depending on the game, like sometimes they talk and they say really funny things. So
Okay.
I'm sure I'd have a better chance with them in an energy sword because those are actually quite powerful, but they die quickly. So
Okay,
Mm.
there we go. There we go.
Good to know. Good to know. Michaela, would you like to pull another one?
Sure.
Ooh, that one's thick.
It is. Would you rather race the Flash around the world or try to steal Thor's hammer while he's asleep?
I just know that I wouldn't beat the Flash, but I also don't know if I'm worthy. So
I mean, you could, like, somehow take the like base that the hammer's on, right?
that's true.
That
Oh, yeah.
Marion is on.
Well, does
And
that
then-
work? Like, if that thing is, does that have to be worthy?
No, because you're not lifting up the hammer. You're lifting up the ground.
Okay.
It's like the Avengers, like in the movie when they're talking about
Yeah.
like, putting the
Well,
hammer in an elevator.
yeah, but-
Elevator's not worthy.
There you
Yeah.
go.
But like,
But the elevator
Yeah.
still goes up.
and if Thor woke up, but like I feel like you could just be like, I just wanted to like feel your hammer.
Or I wanted to see if I was worthy. Like, I just feel like
Exactly.
he's like, he'd be chill with it.
would you have to win if you were racing the Flash?
I don't know. I guess that's true.
Or could
like,
you just like very slowly like roll like after the Flash around the world, just like
Yeah,
Then
like,
you'd have
after
to
he
like
beats
go
you,
like
would you have to
walk
keep
slash
going?
Run
Okay.
slash swim
Okay,
across
let's
the
do
world.
one more
okay,
before we go to commercial.
just like float across the sea.
Okay, we'll
just-
try this one. Let us see. Oh, great. It's Pokemon. Would you rather fight Mewtwo with 3 starter Pokemon from the Kanto region? Is
Oh,
that
God.
is
Okay.
that correctly pronounced?
Yes.
Charmander, Squirtle, or and Bulbasaur,
Mhm.
or fight Mew with just Ash's Pikachu?
I wouldn't want to fight Mew because Mew's like really cute
adorable.
and little, so I'm gonna go with Mewtwo. Just because I would like hate to like injure Mew.
Well, you would fail, but
Yeah, you'd fail either way.
either way, it's like failure.
So which way
So-
would you like to fail?
Probably
Mewtwo.
want to battle Mewtwo, just
Yeah.
because Mew is adorable.
And like Mew, I could, or like Mewtwo, you could like initiate a fist fight. If all else failed, because he's like man-sized.
Oh God.
Well, that was a good game of Would You Rather. We're going to go to commercial, and when we come back, we will be playing Will She or Won't She? And newsflash, she won't.
I will.
Hello. Hi. What are you waiting for? What are you afraid of? You You jump right in. Shooting video. You have a camera in your hand more than a book. Learn from my dad. He won't waste your time. Learn video production. My dad will teach you. You can do this.
Okay, we're back with our favorite game of Will She or Won't She, where we're sure she won't. I don't think we need any fanfare. I think we just need to get started, because let's just get the losing
Are
started.
we ready? Are we ready?
I am so ready. Okay, are you ready, Una?
I'm ready.
You ready? Okay, it's a city. This city has over 120 miles of cycle tracks.
Seattle.
No. It has the largest enclosed city park in the continent.
The continent.
Yes.
Who likes to hike? Denver.
No. There are 46 rivers.
46.
46. Not 47. Not 45. But 46.
Texas.
No. The largest cake ever baked in the city weighed 190 pounds. It was to celebrate the 1988 city millennium, but was thrown out in 1991.
Why would they keep it for that long?
That's what I'm wondering.
Let's see. You said it's a city.
Mm-hmm.
Venice.
No. None of their, quote, mountains are high enough to meet the criteria to actually claim it as a mountain.
Oh, London?
No. It has the youngest population of its entire continent. Roughly 50% of the population is under 25 years of age.
Youngest population. Japan.
That's just not a city.
Tokyo.
No. It is one of the fastest growing tourist destinations in the continent as well.
Okay. We've already done Rio, haven't we?
No?
Well, I mean, like, we've already, like, on a previous episode. we did
Not as
Rio.
far as I know. It's always possible. We've done a lot of cities.
Tourist. Beijing.
No. The Oscar was designed by city native Cedric Gibbons.
New Orleans.
No. You've got 3 clues left.
Okay.
This one's a long one. In 1867, policemen took shelter as nuts or berries fell from the sky.
Of course they
The
did.
objects were described as falling in great quantities and with great force during a strong rainfall. One had believed the objects to be hazelnuts that were preserved in a bog for centuries. It was never actually explained how they ended up falling from the sky.
Luxembourg.
No. In 1897, city native Bram Stoker influenced the world with his book Dracula.
Crap. Where did Bram Stoker come from?
I don't know. Where did Bram Stoker come from?
Portland, Maine.
No! Okay, here's your last clue.
Okay.
So now we're going to the
Okay.
country that this city is in. So this clue, it is the only country in the world that has a musical instrument as their national symbol.
There's a lot of pressure riding on this.
Uh-huh.
When did you say you gotta leave again? How
As
long do you
soon-
think I can stall?
Not long enough. Make a guess. Make a guess.
Peer pressure. I'm trying to think of another city that I actually know the name of. Belize.
That's not a city, but you'd be wrong. So I'm going to give my own clue. I
Okay.
think that this country is a country that you care a lot about, you yourself, Una Bradley.
You have got to be kidding me. Is it Dublin, Ireland?
Yes, it is!
That was literally what I was thinking, and then I was like, it's not Dublin.
So we'll get to our nerdy tie-ins. And this is mine. Getting you back for San Francisco, which I should have gotten. It's fair. We both lost on some cities we should have known. So, its name is an old Irish Gaelic phrase that roughly translates to black pool. The most famous symbol of Ireland are the green shamrock, the harp, and the Celtic cross. More city natives include Nobel Prize laureate George Bernard Shaw and the writer and poet James Joyce. It was founded by Vikings in the 9th century. Ireland is considered the national its national treasure would be the Book of Kells. It's a sacred manuscript that was made around 800 AD and is currently safely placed at the Trinity College Library. IFI, which stands for the Irish Film Institute, will always have the next film geek there, but you can join in on the festivals they have as well as the movies they'll be watching. If you'll just be browsing or wish to partake in a video game tournament, Gamers World will have you covered. The RAGE, or Rage, isn't just another game emporium. No, it's a retro game emporium, which is a big difference. Get it right. You can go on and dig right into their collection to finish yours. Dublin continues to hold all the beautiful geek classics such as Comic-Con and the Invasion Star Wars conventions. And finally, the Ludosport Lightsaber Court Academy out on the East Wall provides hour-long lightsaber combat classes. Dublin's pretty neat, and Una didn't know it. With that, we're going to go into commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have some rad guests joining us.
Feel better? Being a single parent is hard, it's time consuming,
Somebody left their toy in here.
it's scary.
Fright can often turn into inspiration.
If it weren't for her, this wouldn't be what it is today. I'm gonna make a cake.
That sweet girl inspired her mother into a sweet career.
I'm gonna decorate a cake for Valentine's Day.
Jordan Higgs
Okay.
owns the Cakery by Jordan.
I will just keep on adding red. Home-based businesses are really growing. And just start layering it on here. Started in 2012 when a friend needed a cake.
Her business was learn as you go.
Well, I had been winging it until I started to go to Emily Griffith and really refine my skills. I knew that I wanted to work for myself. So I chose Emily Griffith because I'd heard a lot about their cake decorating and their baking program.
A decision that's paying off.
My skill and my career have just really expanded greatly since then. I've been afforded a lot more opportunities than I would have otherwise if I hadn't started going there, which is something I'm grateful for because now I can call myself a professional.
Those skills create delicious creations.
I get to make pretty things or fun things. I get to add to people's events. I get to create people's wildest dream pieces. I take pride in being able to bring those imaginations in your head to life. Strawberry vanilla cake.
Her success inspired by this little life.
That is beautiful. Delilah Rose, my 4-year-old daughter.
A little girl motivating improvement in her mother.
It was so important for me to be able to still better myself because she's always looking. There's no way to give up when there's two little eyes watching you.
How could you not be inspired to overcome challenges when a face like this looks up at you?
I'm very grateful for the hardships. They brought me to Emily Griffith. They brought me to my own business where I live comfortably off of what I do.
Welcome back. We're here with our guests from the Colorado Symphony, Shari Myers and Matt Krupa, our dear friend, back to join us again. We can't get enough of him, apparently.
Apparently not. I brought friends this time.
And
I have
apparently
friends.
Una also doesn't know how to pronounce his last name,
Apparently
even though
not.
we've hung out
You
together a
know
lot,
you
so-
know I've got
Oh.
a streak of mispronouncing everything
Very
on the
really
show.
good at the English
Yeah, that's
language.
okay.
I'm
though.
really good at the English language.
So I guess our first question would be just like, what are you up to? It's been a year.
Oh, man.
What's up,
A
homie?
year? Wow. I'm happy for you guys being up for a year. That's cool, and honored that I was your first guest. All thanks to the Symphonic Tribute to Comic-Con show, because that's when Nancy found me, talked about as the nerd consultant for the Colorado Symphony in the program, which I didn't know they wrote that article, so that's fun too. And then here I am a year later. So, in fact, we're doing that show again. You guys already mentioned it, May 6th, I believe, Friday night. So, you guys will be there. It'll be fun times. So,
Yeah.
what about you guys? What's up?
You know,
Everything.
just chilling,
Chilling?
like villains.
That's right.
you know.
School.
Yeah.
School? Oh yeah.
Oh, that
Being in high
thing.
school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
don't
that
miss school.
lovely
Yeah.
joy of joys.
You don't just do this all day?
No,
Ah,
no.
that'd be fun.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That'd be a good.
That'd be
gig.
good. Yeah. Well, obviously, you've never been on our show. Do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Sure. So my name is Shari Myers. I'm the education coordinator at the Colorado Symphony. So if you've ever been on a field trip to the concert hall, I may have been involved.
Probably.
But the funnest part of my job is I get to do the crafts before our family concerts, but also our family-friendly concerts like Comic-Con or Harry Potter. So I have a few of our things.
We brought some.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I brought ties, not bow ties.
I don't know. Ties are pretty classy too. I wear that.
So for a Harry
sometimes.
Potter concert,
Oh, very nice.
we made all the school's ties. We decorated the entire concert hall with little banners, sorting
Oh,
them
that
into
is
the
cool.
houses
Very
of Hogwarts, which is a daunting task because we have about 2,700 seats in the concert hall.
It took, about an hour and a half. That's all.
And we even had them in our very, very high seats up at the very top, and we called that the owlry.
Ah.
And they hooed. It was amazing.
And they hooed.
They hooed.
So we do all sorts of fun things, and we also have an instrument petting zoo. So I'm going to give you these to dink with, but you're eventually going to have to give it up.
That's right.
And
These aren't
then,
yours to keep.
and I could have brought a better size of
I
this
think
here.
you're breaking
Is that the
Bridget's
world's
mind.
tiniest violin?
Yes. So
Is that the one that they always like? They're like, we're playing it. It's that one.
That's the one. Yes, that's the one where people are
So
sad.
I
and
found
they
it
play
more
violin
amusing
for
to
'em.
bring the tiniest one.
Yes.
You're welcome to play with those. So this is a flexitone. That violin won't sound good even if you know what you're doing.
Okay.
Oh!
Imagine that. It makes music.
And then we have lightsabers.
Yeah.
These
like
are what
also
we
double
do
as
for our
instruments.
Star Wars concert. And I want to say one of the top 10 things about my job is that I go into a store and buy entire boxes of swim noodles. So that's always,
Which is fun in the winter when there's
fun.
a swim noodle shortage.
yeah, then you have to go online.
The internet saved us
Do
this
you get
year.
like a bulk bonus if you buy like more
No,
than 5 boxes?
Not really. I think I get put on a list somewhere as being mentally
right.
unstable.
Yes.
You're the pool noodle lady. You come in
She's
and
buying
like,
the
just get
pool
the
noodles
noodles.
again.
Pool noodles.
Yeah.
So we need to ask. You're on a nerd show. What is your nerd cred as
Oh,
a
man.
human being?
What is my nerd?
What makes you nerdy?
Doesn't make her nerdy.
Well, I have a love of the Star Wars and the Harry Potters, if you will, but also anime. So I go down that rabbit hole. Some gaming, but I'm terrible at the controller, so I mostly make my high schooler play the controller for me while I tell him what to do. Go there, go there.
The original Twitch right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Marvel fan, board games.
We talk a lot of nerdy stuff at work all day.
That's fun.
Actually, our first Harry Potter show, Shari had a team of friends decorate my entire office with Hufflepuff flags that were left over because I complained that I was sorted in the house of Hufflepuff.
There's nothing wrong with
There-
being a Hufflepuff.
I know that now, and I will never make that mistake ever again. But yeah, so a lot of nerdy things happen at
I'm
this.
a solid Slytherin, so.
That's right.
I
can
am
see that.
also a Slytherin.
I can see that
Yeah.
too.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
Oh, there
I'm
we go.
apparently a Hufflepuff, so I don't know.
We're like
Own
almost
it, own
wholly
it.
represented.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's what I get to do for the symphony. It's fun. And the Comic-Con concert, I actually don't know what I'm doing for that one officially yet.
Cool.
Other than probably something for sure Doctor Who. But we're going to take a break from the Star Wars with our crafts because we do a lot of those lightsabers.
Gotcha.
Lightsabers.
But
In fact, like if you guys, if any of your viewers have ideas of what we can do, we actually brought some tickets to give away to our July concert.
I'll find them for you.
That's fine. I don't need to show them. I can tell we have
I
tickets
promise
to give
they're
away.
in there.
They're in there. They really are. So if you guys go to the Nerd Necessities Network Facebook page and you say, like, this is what the Colorado Symphony do as their craft for either the Comic-Con show or the Legend of Zelda Symphony of the Goddesses Master Quest. I want to say July 12th. I believe that's a Thursday.
It was the 14th.
Yeah, we have 2 tickets to give away to the Zelda show.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Sweet.
free
So
Zelda tickets.
You mentioned those two. Can you tell us a little bit more about the upcoming Geek series?
Oh, okay. So next season, the Geek series unofficially starts in the summer. The summer's kind of like, we have a few shows in the summer. Zelda's one of the big ones. Next year, though, we have Raiders of the Lost Ark we're doing with the movie, though.
Okay.
So the whole movie,
that'll be good.
Okay.
score live. Same with E.T. the Extraterrestrial, whole movie with the score live.
Cool.
We're doing Symphonic Tribute to Comic-Con again next year, but then we always add stuff too. Like, it's like, you know what, that weekend's open, let's do Star Wars, or let's do Harry Potter again. So the Geek series is amazing because things just kind of pop up. Like the Harry Potter show we had last weekend, it wasn't on the original schedule, but came out of nowhere, and it sold out, so
Awesome.
that's always fun to do.
Yeah. Well, I think we are going to head over and get shown how to tie some ties. So, stay with us for some tyingness.
So this is where the throttle body would go. This is the intake. I actually started being interested into cars when I was around 15. I'm tightening it.
Ariana Gonzalez is working in a so-called man's world.
A lot of the boys mentioned that I looked really scared and intimidated like the first maybe 2 months.
But she didn't let that stop her from going after her dream.
My favorite part is actually taking apart the engine. That was my favorite class.
Ariana is taking the automotive service program here at Emily Griffith Technical College. Besides being interested in cars, she had another motivation for going in this direction.
To show other women that also it's not just a boys thing, that women are capable of doing whatever men can do. Here, there.
Ariana did face some obstacles, like from home.
No, my family wasn't all jumping for joy. They're all the Mexican traditional family. Women goes to do this. The men works in this. But still, they supported me through it. They didn't agree with it, but they supported me through it.
But after her dad had a leak in his radiator,
Oh, well, Dad, we had done this in class. Like, that was our first class that we took. And I was like, I can go ahead and take out the radiator.
Dad was about to take it to a mechanic, but instead,
So I did it myself, and I saved my parents' money.
Ariana even has a job at Shop Automotive, where as a woman she is already making a difference. Listen to what happened when a mother and daughter came in for a minor repair.
Her little daughter in the back, not really screaming, but telling her mom, she's like, Mommy, you see, a girl's working on our car. And then her mom just comes over to me ecstatic, and she's like, oh, we're just teaching our daughter that whatever a man can do, girls can do. She's like, oh, you're a good example about that. Made me feel really proud. Thought you listened to it enough.
So what does Ariana think about Emily Griffith?
I think Emily Griffith is great. They gave me the opportunity to learn. They gave me a scholarship. They gave me an instructor that helps me. When I have any questions, he'll answer, or if that way I still don't understand, he'll go ahead and explain it. And then I also have peers that help me a lot, and they support me through what I do.
Ariana is proof that the automotive garage can be a woman's world too.
We're back. It's time for some bow tie tying, tie-ness, as Una told us earlier.
ties are cool.
So I've been informed that Matt is a bow tie master as well. So we will.
I did say I was a master. I said I could tie one.
He's also capable of tying bow ties,
Yes.
so I will have some help.
Sure.
But we've got a bunch of us here
Okay.
doing some bow tie tying today because that is the most useful nerdy skill of them all. And you viewers, if you find yourself with a bow tie that needs to be tied, we will teach you how to do it. So the first thing is only 2 of us are wearing collared shirts. Sorry everyone else, you're just gonna have to drape it around your neck. But, you know, it should be good. Hopefully everyone's neck is approximately the same size as mine. It'll be easier if your neck's smaller than mine. If it's bigger than mine, it'll be fun. We'll figure it out. Okay, so the first thing is just your usual overhand knot. Just wanna tie a knot, like a single knot. That's it. This is just keeping it in place. I don't even know if it's absolutely necessary. Just a knot. as you can see, we have a knot. It's, yep, just one folded over the other, as usual. Okay, now for this step, you'd think you do stuff with the top, you actually pull the top, put it over your shoulder, get it out of the way. You don't want that there. That part's going to become the knot part of it, but this is going to be the bow. So you just take what you've got in front of you, and you kind of fold it in half. Yep, Luna's got it. Yep, looks like everyone's good. Okay, so you've got your bow. Now we're going to do the knot part. So you take this part that you threw over your shoulder, just drop it down right in front. And this is where, if your neck is not the right size, it gets a little awkward, because as you can see, I didn't cinch mine very tightly around my collar, so I kind of ended up with this part on top. If it's tighter, like I'm going to cinch it down, then you kind of get that, and that makes tying it a little bit easier, but again, it doesn't really matter. So does everyone have it just draped artistically over the bow? Okay, good.
Perfect.
Okay, now here I think is actually the trickiest part. So I'm going to turn, we'll see. Okay, so you see this hole here? We're going to stick this other part through the hole. This is the part where people tend to mess up.
Yep.
What you're going to do is you're going to fold this other piece kind of like you did before, and you just have to push it through. So you're trying, the way that the bow tie is going to end up is you're going to have one loop like this where this flappy side is over here, and then the one behind it's going to have the flappy side on the other side. So if we do this right, we've got the bow. We've got this over it. So everyone's still in that position. Now find the hole behind it. We'll just try. And if it doesn't work, we can all try again. But you basically just push it from the loopy side over to the other side. And we'll see if I can even do it, because it definitely feels like it's going to be wrong. That's the cool thing. You can tell. Oh, no, it pulls. And then you just cinch it. You're close. So
I'm assuming that is absolutely.
Yeah,
okay, so now we can try it again. Okay, or you do what Una did, and you do the beautiful knot.
That's an
More like a
ascot.
cravat.
Yes.
You look
yes.
like Fred from Scooby-Doo.
I will take
Okay.
that.
As you can see,
Come on.
Una is figuring it out. Not
right.
really.
Am
She's
I?
just untying it. Okay,
Okay,
so let's
alright.
see. So you've got that part right.
Yeah.
So then you want to make the bow part with this
So-
bottom one
okay.
first. Yep.
Don't I want to fling
Yeah, you
fling
can
the spell
fling that
over?
aside. I put it over
Fling it.
there. Just get it out of the way. Okay,
Fling
good,
it
good.
over.
So then this is the tough part. Yep, you drop that down. So now if you look down, I don't know if you can see down. I can kind of usually see. Then you're just gonna, let's look for the hole. Yeah.
There's a lot of trust happening.
Yeah,
right
there's a hole. Okay, here, come. You feel that hole right there?
In your neck
okay.
here.
So then we're just going to push it through that hole. And actually we have to push it from the other
What
side
helped
because
me
it'll
understand it
untie
is
itself.
It's kind of like tying your shoes.
We're
but
almost
on
there.
Your head.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
Well-
I sort of ended it.
Yeah, I
We're
like
gonna make
that.
we're gonna make it work.
It's kind
Yeah,
of
it's artsy.
all right.
Oh, did,
Look at
I
that.
find the correct
And
hole?
that I really
Oh,
like
this is
that
a
Star
common
Wars tie
problem.
because it's comic books, it's
You
Star
mean
Wars.
the Star Wars tie you just gave me? I can't believe you just gave me this. It's
Oh.
so nice. It's not even my birthday.
Wow, what a
Very
deal.
generous.
Your
What a
collar's
deal.
popped in the back though.
Yeah, well, that's kind of a given when I'm wearing a tie, which is why I don't usually wear a tie to work.
Does anyone else want to try? You want to try? Here, let's do it again. I'll do it again. Let's all do it
Here
together
we go.
again.
Doing it again.
Okay.
Go back in.
So we're all back at the open slate. Okay, good. Okay, we'll go slowly again. Okay, so cross it over and tie it. So that part's just your normal knot. That's just to keep it all contained. And yes, I am going to apologize now that my mic is right where I'm tying it. So I'm going to move this, and hopefully we won't get a little too quiet when I move this away from my mouth a little bit so we don't hurt it as much. But everyone else is probably hitting their mics at the same time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, whatever.
happens.
It comes with the gig. Okay, so we've got our knots tied. Got it thrown over our shoulder. You could just leave it like this. This looks classy. It feels like you're wearing a classy scarf. I do this sometimes. It looks classy. But if we want to do the bow tie, go back to the bow. Got our bow. Okay. Now we want to make the knot. So this is why the one that Michaela had was cool. She's not doing it anymore. But this one's pretty neat because you end up with a different color on the knot as you do on the bow. But that one's a little harder to tie. The fabric's not as good for this. So then, I don't know. It's a lot about touch. You see the hole. The hole exists. But you have to believe. Yeah, like you've got the hole. It's just gigantic right now how you've got it. But the big tricky part about this is you have to push from the big side to the small side. But okay, so you see how I've got this big side here? And let's find the hole. There's the hole. Then I just shove it all through. That's really what you're doing, but you can't push it all the way through because then it gets untied. But if you just kind of shove it in there, I mean, it's tied. It's not well tied, but it is tied. Yeah, no, you're good. You looked good. You're not good. You're not good.
The hole is a lie.
The hole is
no,
a lie.
the cake is a lie. The hole's.
Or you do the cool look that everyone's rocking called the I tied my bow tie in a knot around my neck.
Natural.
My favorite bow tying video is Bill Nye. If you're
Yeah.
ever looking for a good bow tying video, look up Bill Nye teaching you how to tie a bow tie. Okay, well, I mean, it's true. Production control's asking me if mine's the favorite. I guess this video is a pretty good one, but Bill Nye is just so swaggy.
It helps too if you like tie it on your leg near your knee. That
Here.
makes it a lot easier, and then you just kind of remember how to do it.
We can do
On your
some
face.
practice.
There you go. Yeah.
Got another tie. I don't know
Yeah,
if we can
right?
see what I'm doing here. Yeah, there we
Probably
go.
not.
We'll do it around my
That works
thigh.
too.
Okay,
Mine's kind of perfect now, so I'm just.
that
gonna
is
leave
my
it to you.
calf. It's true. I don't know body parts. I never took biology. I will. I just haven't yet. So, same deal. We got the knot. Because see here, you can see what you're doing.
And yet I still
And
struggle.
you can see how you're messing
Yeah,
up.
you're almost there. You pushed it
See
through the
the
wrong
hole.
Okay,
The hole doesn't
The
exist.
hole is
You
there.
create the hole. You create the hole when you
So-
drop it over.
Here we go. This is a new level in our
You
friendship.
see?
here.
Angle
here?
artistically to get
Here,
what
look.
I'm trying to do.
So you see how when I put this over,
We're-
it creates a hole right here, underneath this.
All right. Here.
Then you just push it through.
Grown-ups
But you have to
having
push it
cancer.
from the right side.
Perhaps. No.
You have to push it from the correct side. That's
There
the
we go.
important thing. Ooh, that's
Perfect.
classy.
That's
Got
really
it.
good.
Due to
That-
my wonderful mad skills, I can tie a bow tie while blindfolded and playing the kazoo in
Wow.
under 30 seconds because those are arcane skills that I possess.
That's
But as you can see, I'm rocking the newest fashion, which is the leg bow tie.
leg ties.
Calf.
Except apparently Una still
Yes.
can't.
I'm still incompetent.
Or
Does
if
take a
you do
while.
it like Una, then you've got the thigh tie.
Thigh tie.
Thigh tie.
Let's get this off so we can
But
admire it.
I expected that not everyone would be able to get this on their first shot, so I did bring some wonderful clip-on bow ties
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
for people who are feeling like they still want to be classy in their bow tie.
Thank you. Thank you. This is much more my speed.
Yeah. There was another one too, but Una took it and put it on her
Totally
fez
escaped.
because apparently that's cooler than
Shari is escaping.
run away.
Run away down the side. Don't, please. You're my ride.
But you know, bow ties are cool.
They
and
are good.
Cool.
I think with practice, and I do agree that like putting it or a water bottle, something that's
Yeah.
about the size
About
of
the
your
size
neck
of your
that's
neck, yeah.
round.
It takes a
because-
while. It took me a
But
while.
with practice, because the hard thing is you can't see your own
Right.
neck. Like no matter how hard you try, you can't see your own neck. It's just that's not how it works. So mirrors are also good, but I feel like mirrors are actually hard because it reverses everything. So I only use mirrors for the like cleaning it up so it looks pretty
Yep.
part. But when you're practicing, it's good. So
All right,
anyway,
friends.
thank you for joining us.
Always.
Thank you.
And we hope to see you again on our show soon.
I'm sure you will.
And check us out on all the social media,
All of
YouTube,
them.
television, Facebook, Twitter. We're everywhere. It's bad. So, with that, we wish you goodbye. We will all wave. Wax on, wax off.